How's it going, everyone? Mart here, and today we're talking about Bleach, one of the original big three, and is currently dominating the anime charts at the moment with the amazing 1000-Year Blood War. I never watched anime growing up. I didn't start watching anime until I was about 20, I think. I watched things like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, but everyone did. But anything like, you know, the big three, Haruhi Suzumiya, Code Geass, all them classics, I never watched any of it. I only started watching anime around 2019 when Netflix got the rights to Neon Genesis Evangelion. Basically, a lot of geeky, nerdy pages that I followed at the time were absolutely losing their minds, were like, hey, this absolutely one of the best anime of all time is coming to Netflix, and I was just kind of like, what's the hype about? Watched it, and it's been a downward spiral since. Anyway, fast forward, I've caught up with a lot of the big shows that I always, you look at like Mao's top 500 anime and you watch a load of them. I think currently my anime list is at about 252 completed entries of series and movies. So I've not done too bad, but now I've caught up with a lot of stuff that I wanted to watch. I thought I'd bed down and watch one of the big three. Naruto was never really something that, I don't mind the look of it, but it just doesn't look like it's for me. One Piece is too long. I do plan on reading One Piece sometime. I've got most of the manga, but I think watching is out of the question for me personally. Thus, we come to Bleach. Like I say, recently Bleach has been dominating the anime charts recently with 1000-Year Blood War absolutely coming top every week. And I tell you now, the last 4 or 5 years of me watching anime, I've never seen a more passionate fan base than Bleach fans. So I bought the manga box set as well as this awesome anniversary edition of Volume 1 because, look at it, it looks fantastic. And I got to work. So, and here we are now. I've finished season 1 of the anime and I've read all the manga. And what can I say? It fucking slaps. I've watched a decent amount of modern shonen and decided really what I like and what I don't like. And Bleach manages to do everything I like and not do any of the stuff I don't like, as well as show me stuff that I didn't even know I did like. So Bleach manages to do the typical shonen thing of it it still cracks jokes and it still has its silly little moments, but Bleach also feels weirdly mature, and I say weird, but a good kind of weird. For someone like me who's a bit older watching anime, I really do like having a shonen. I know shonen means young boy, that's the whole target audience, but it's nice watching a shonen that feels almost grown up. Bleach has a lot of mature themes. We cover things from loss and the afterlife and coming to terms with death of loved ones, friends, family. It's quite heavy stuff. Literally the first time we meet Ichigo is beating up a gang of boys who knocked over a monument or a shrine to a young dead girl, and telling them how disrespectful that is. And then also earlier on, we have this point where Chad is helping a spirit of a young boy who's been turned into a parakeet, coming to terms that he's died before his mother and he's still waiting for her and waiting to find her. Like I say, this is supposed to be a shonen. I'm expecting like some goofy My Hero Academia stuff or something like that. But it's quite heavy themes and I do enjoy that. Speaking of My Hero Academia, not to bash on it too much, I actually do like it. I have all the manga over there. But let's get onto the topic of annoying characters, and it's something that really does put me off shonen. I have watched some shonen, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite genre. The thing with that is a lot of shonen has a bad trope, which is the annoying side character trope, or even the annoying main character trope. Sometimes that happens too. Like I say, My Hero Academia, I'm talking like Minato. Every time he's on screen, I just think, wow, you've ruined like the odd times My Hero is actually kind of good. You just get him for like half a season spouting shit and it's annoying. And I know a lot of you like him, but Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, he has his moments. He does have his cool moments, don't get me wrong, but I do find him a little grating on me after a while. Bleach, on the other hand, just doesn't seem to have a lot of annoying characters. The dad's a little weird and one of Ichigo's classmates is a bit annoying at times, but overall, they don't bother me because they don't get that much screen time. And from the looks of what season 2 is going to be, we're probably not going to see them ever again anyway, so that doesn't bother me. Whereas the problem with these other shonen shows is these people are not main characters, but they are prevalent side characters that you're going to see every season, at least every 4 to 5 episodes. However, the main core of Bleach, I'm talking like Ichigo, who is a fantastically complex, he's a strong character, but he's also inherently flawed, and I think that's fantastic for an MC, that we get the best of, like, you can be like Kirito, who's stupidly overpowered and people don't like that. Or you have Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers, a very vulnerable and flawed character, but it gets to the point of being annoying at times. Whereas Ichigo manages to be strong and absolutely cool and a badass, but we see his inherent flaws and he's not perfect, yet we still respect him. It's a great composition of an amazing main character, and it's very hard to do. Chad, well, they've picked the perfect name for him. Chad is a Chad. He's an amazing character. We get some good character development with Chad, like I say, with that young boy who turns into Parakeet. We get basically like a whole 2 episodes with him. And then obviously near the end where he develops his powers. Orihime, another one, gets some great early character development with the loss of her brother. And then my favourite character is Rukia. Rukia manages to, by the end, obviously not have any powers, but still is one of the most important people in that group. She is a fantastic mentor to Ichigo. She's funny, she's yet a badass still, even with no shinigami powers. And also by the end, we get more character development. I think something that's really amazed me with this first arc of Bleach, with the manga and the anime both, because the anime is 20 episodes, the manga is about 70 chapters, is how in a relatively short space of time, because let's be honest, nowadays 20 episodes isn't that long when you consider how long something like One Piece is how much info and character development we get in those 20 episodes and 70 chapters. Like I say, Ichigo gets fleshed out, Rukia gets backstory, Orihime, Chad, all of these people get at least some character development, as well as explaining what the Soul Society is, what Soul Reapers are, what Hollows are, all within 20 episodes. Like, you think that feels crammed, but they do it in a way where you feel it's so natural and just flows how it should. Even by the end, we start seeing info on Urahara, the shopkeeper, on what his backstory is, and that literally comes in like the last 3 episodes when the training arc is happening. Now, this next part is purely about the anime, but season 1 was fantastic, I thought. Might even say superior to the manga source material, because it covers the complete original manga work, which was 70 chapters in 20 episodes, with basically no filler, which is fantastic. And I know later on Bleach gets quite notorious for some quite heavy filler, but season 1 to just basically be no filler for a shonen is fantastic. So you add on a art style which is basically like for the manga, add in some amazing voice acting. I watched the Japanese dub, I did, and then the most banger music you've ever heard in anime. Let's be honest, Ichigo's theme absolutely slaps. On the Precipice of Defeat is just, it gives me chills every time it plays, and just the random moments where anything like sort of epic happens and you just get some random guitar shredding just happen. I think it's just amazing. It just gets me hyped. It just shows how music can just make these big scenes even more impactful. And just finally, I just want to talk about the end of the first arc and how I just feel them last 5 episodes of the anime and the last few chapters of the manga were just done so well. So I'm talking like from the point that Rukia disappears and Rukia's brother turns up. Like, you wouldn't believe the absolute state I was in when Rukia's brother turns up and breaks Ichigo's Zanpakuto and then almost kills him and leaves him for dead, only for Ichigo to then to undergo a short training arc and get his own Zanpakuto. And it just doesn't, he feels like his own character now when he gets Zangetsu, his own sword, because obviously up to this point he's always been cool as a Shinigami, but like it's always been powers handed down by Rukia, and now it almost feels like the start of his journey, his own powers. I never knew that having a training arc at the end of a main arc would be so well done. Normally you get training arcs either at the start of a season or midway through, and it kind of slows down the tempo of a series, but having it at the end for like 2 or 3 episodes, it works so well because it sets up season 2 now just to immediately start off with action, because most series would end at the point where Ichigo would have been claimed to have been dead, and then season 2 would have started with a training arc, and it would have been a bit of a slow start to an arc. But ending with a training arc, I just think it's genius. It really is. Kubo has just done something great there, that now the next arc can start off immediately in the land of the Soul Reapers in the Soul Society. I just think it's something I never thought would work, but it's shown me here that it's a brilliant idea. Anyway, guys, that's my personal take on the first arc of Bleach. It's been an absolute blast. I've loved every minute of it. I've tried to keep this video as short as I can because I could ramble. I feel like I already have. Please let me know in the comments who your favourite character of Bleach is, what I should be looking forward to. And that's it from me. I'll see you next time.